Again, you're talking about Oregon State want to come back and negate those runs they just gave up. Unearned runs, no less. On the ground could be two. Spanier goes to Council, goes over the first, and they get the double play. As easy as 6-4-3. Spanier to Council to
now
Neal.
They have the top of the order with Rowdy Jordan, Cameron James, and Tanner Allen.
Well, certainly worth the replay. You can't fault Jim Schlossnagle for doing it.
And there's a blast to left center field. That's hit well. Wolf going back. It's out of here. Rowdy Jordan gets rowdy again. And it's 2-1 TCU.
And here we go. You're definitely, I think you're going to see some action on this pitch.
Goes. There's a drive deep to left center. This got the distance. It's going to go all the way to the wall. On its way to third. Coming in to score is Lambden on a double by Hendrickson. Another RBI. 4 for the day, 5 for the season. Second runner over at second is Casper. There you look at Casper at second. And the lead runner, McDowell. That's a drive to center field. Stancato going up. Wow. No chance. Home run, a grand slam.
Wow. Great job of hitting right there. Dead center.
Oregon State coming up here in the bottom of the first. Trent Carraway, Iva Arquette, Gavin Turley, Tice Peterson, Jacob Craig, Easton Talt, A.J. Singer, the 7th slot. Bryce Hubbard getting the start today. A catcher batting 8th. Cannon Reeder is the center fielder batting 9th. So there's your OSU lineup, and there's your starting pitcher. Big right-hander, big number 45 coming in. That's Nick Boyle. 19 appearances a year ago, a 4-5 record, 46 and a third innings pitched, 6.02 ERA. Good strikeout to walks, 58 to 47.
Absolutely. Big arm from him. Billy O'Connor was talking about he's throwing 92 to 95 right now, breaking ball in mid-80s, really working on consistency, and you'll be able to lock that in. He should have a great day. He had a brother who was with the Rays. The brother, when he got to college, got much, much better as he was growing older, getting in college and getting into organizational ball, and they're expecting the same thing out of Nick.
How about a guy who beat LSU, who won Big East Pitcher of the Year also that week, and Indiana State last year, so that's not bad. Facing Oregon State here, so he knows he can go up against the big guys.
Carraway swinging right out of the gate. What would you expect? I love it how he is aggressive. At the same time, he's very controlled at the plate.
417 average over the weekend. Takes a strike on a slider outside corner. Actually, fastball 90 mile an hour, but had a little movement.
It's got a little cut on it. I wish we had the pitch FX data, StatCast data, be able to see the movement on it, but it looks like it's got a little cut.
That's why I thought it was a slider. Looked up at the gun, it was 90.
That was 95. So it probably was a cutter, because that fastball was 95. That was a much different pitch. So that's probably where he's working at with that cutter.
So he's throwing a 90 mile an hour slider? Or a
cutter? Probably a cutter, because they said mid-80s on the slider, 95, 92, 95 on the fastball. So
wow.
Can't imagine 90 on the slider unless you're Jacob deGrom.
Yeah,
and there it is again.
Point.
That's definitely a cutter or a very hard slider. I mean, that's impressive if that is a slider.
Carraway at the plate, where he has been outstanding. 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 RBIs, walked twice, a double, no home runs. And he drills it down the left field line. That's a base hit. This is going to be at least another double for Carraway. And he is in standing with his second double. And you hear the Oregon State fans.
They're going to be loud all day long as long as they keep seeing doubles down the line. Trent Carraway just continuing what he's doing. That was another one of those slider cutter combos. Drives it into the corner for an easy stand-up double, and exactly what Oregon State is expecting to do. Exactly what they've kind of done all weekend long since the 7th inning against this Xavier Musketeers.
Iva Arquette, all he's done is 500. He is 5 for 10. 1 home run, 4 runs batted in, 3 runs scored. And he takes a strike. 1-1 to count. Going back to Carraway, I mean, you got a guy who's made huge adjustments since breaking his finger. Whatever he did, he's mastered it.
I think he's basically just continued doing what he started doing here when we saw him last year just dominate this tournament.
And he's going to go to third.
We saw him just crush this tournament last year, coming in as a freshman and dominating. Now he is a draft-eligible sophomore. That's the only hard thing about this team is they're going to lose the entire left side of their defense to the draft and to maybe day 1, day 2 at the very worst part of this draft. You're looking at Turley, Carraway, and Arquette.
2-1 pitch. It's ball 3, 3-1. Arquette. A guy who they've been looking forward to. Rounds one sharply. That's knocked down by the third baseman. He's going to eat it as he's got the runner Carraway in front of him and saying, well, I'm not going to get the out, but you are not scoring.
Yeah, he looked up when that ball popped out of his glove and he had to go back for it again. He looked up, saw first base, how far of a throw that was, how fast Arquette was moving down the line. For a big man, he moves pretty fast. And he knew he wasn't going to beat him. I thought it was actually going to be really close. And I think you throw that ball personally. But you see how it knocks it down, picks it up. And he just didn't feel right on throw. Probably didn't have a great grip on it. I think you still throw that throw because if it's anywhere near the target, Carraway's not going to go from third base. So you take a chance there.
At the plate now, Gavin Turley gave his team the lead yesterday. He's going to give his team the lead a lot.
Yes. A lot of power there in Turley's bat.
Up high. 2 balls and no strikes to Turley. By the way, Arquette, he can run. So watch for him at first. Being held on by Burdette. Do they send him? Big gap in right center field, and it's ball 3 to Turley. 3-0. So Boyle, I don't know if he's pitching around Turley, but hasn't been close to home plate as much as he would like yet. 3-0.
Oh.
That's ball 4 just outside, and
Just
the bases
outside.
are loaded.
Not what you want to be doing to this offense. Again, pick your poison is basically the name of this offense. As we're getting a pitching conversation.
Tice Peterson will come up now.
Doug Wiley, the pitching coach at Xavier, coming out there for a little conversation. Telling his pitcher to calm down. We talked about this in the game prior. What do you say to a pitcher? It is always different every single time you talk. Every situation, every man is different. Every pitching coach is different. But right here, they're saying, hey, come on, throw some strikes, get a ground ball. Who cares about the situation right now? If you get 2 ground balls, you're out of this with 1 run, and no one's complaining at all.
Peterson, 444 on the year. 1 home run, 2 runs batted in, 4 for 9. 89-mile-an-hour pitch, swung on and missed for a strike, 0-1. Bases are loaded. Carraway at third, Arquette at second, Turley at first. That's up high. A ball and a strike to Peterson. Peterson, we talked about it yesterday. He can play pretty much everywhere on the infield, first, second, third, DH. He has simplified his approach at the plate. That's ball 2.
Little cutter again, kind of must be a pitch that he relies on, trusts, and believes. He's just missing with it a little bit here. It started out really good and then missing with it.
Nick Boyle getting a sign. Here comes the pitch. That's a ball. It's 3-1. We've talked about this team. They can slug it out of the ballpark, doubles, triples, hard singles, and they're going to take every pitch until it's theirs.
Yes, and then when they do swing, it is aggressive.
Just
angry.
outside,
Ooh.
ball 4, and that will put Oregon State up 1-0.
And back to that cutter. This is that type of offense. They will sit there and wait while they can put a ball on the top of that berm and the scoreboard in a half a second. They will sit there and wait you out. This is how old Yankee type of lineups used to feel. They would just sit there and work and work and work until you dig yourself into a hole. As we see a couple pitchers running down to Xavier bullpen, getting some life down there. They don't want to fall behind too far, too fast.
Good job by the catcher, Jason Jellick, to stop that pitch. 1 ball, no strikes to Jacob Craig. Another tough out in this Oregon State lineup. And a pitch in or a called strike. One nothing Beavers. Tice Peterson, the RBI walk. That's down low for a ball. 2-1. As a pitcher, what do you do, David?
What do you do? Throw strikes. I mean,
how do you stop it from being mental, though? That's the big question.
That is the.
There's a drive to left field. This is going to be mental. It's a grand slam up the berm. Jacob Craig got every bit of it. It's 5-0 Beavers.
Wow. What do you do? Throw strikes. What does Jacob Craig do? Hit strikes out. Wow, you're in such a tough position as a pitcher when you put yourself in there, walks and struggling. The problem is you got to come back and throw strikes, and when you do, you got these powerful hitters that can just destroy the baseball. The left fielder is turned around just basically to watch the pitch.
There you saw the fan making the catch.
Yes. Every guy in this lineup can hit bombs. Jacob Craig kind of looking for that moment to break out, has struggled kind of the whole series with 2 hits until that grand slam and got every little bit of it.
Yeah, there's balls that you wonder if it's going to get out. The only thing I wondered is how far it was going to go.
Yeah, the only question is if it was going to get over the bullpen or not. But that is extremely tough when you fall behind in those type of situations. Like I said, the hitters force you to come back into the zone. And when you do, you're behind in the count, so you're having to throw pitches that are very hittable to hitters that don't miss those pitches. And that's what happens. And that it all breaks down to as simple as this: falling behind in the count and putting guys on base for free.
Pitch is a check swing, and it's going to be a throw over to first in time. So the first out by Easton Talt. As Talt came in, 200 average. No home runs, no RBIs. But Jacob Craig, by the way, that's his 2nd home run. And get the cash register out, 4 RBIs. He's got 6 on the year, David. Oregon State Beavers. It's always a big time occasion here in Surprise, Arizona. Sanderson Ford College Baseball Classic. The fans are always ready for the Beavers. It's Xavier, Oregon State here today in Surprise, Arizona, as we get set for game number 8. And I'm Scott Galetti along with David Ardsma. And David, I'll tell you what, 7 outstanding games so far. This is the last one, and the first time in my memory that Oregon State will close out the tournament.
Absolutely switching it up a little bit. Oregon State, obviously the star of this this tournament here.
Welcome back here to Globe Life Field. Scott Galetti along with former Major Leaguer Pat Combs, and what a game we're seeing. Top of the 7th, it is 6-5 in favor of Tech. But one team scores, the other one comes right back.
That was been a game of momentum shifts for sure.
Right.
But